CBN News joined Sister Diana, a Dominican nun, and her team to show us what ISIS did to their city. We first visited her home church, the Immaculate Conception Cathedral.
This is considered the largest church for us in the Middle East. We do all our worship in here. I would say my parents got married here. We have our first communion here. And we used to worship every single day during our feast days, Christmas, Easter.
From the ceiling to the floor to the altar, ISIS left its mark.
What we were told is they gathered so many of these benches, they put it inside in the middle here and burned them. So the church was burning for days. They have took the host and throw it on the ground. So they are against every Christian symbol, against everything, actually. You know, wherever you see there's a cross, they took it down. If you see here, we have the altar. There were crosses in there. So wherever you see the damage, they try to do as much as they have in their power to say, you Christians, stop, live here. This is not your land. I mean, it makes me speechless.
In the remains, Sister Diana found charred pages from a New Testament.
The letter to John, chapter 4 and 5, because he's the one who came to save us with water and blood. It says, do not follow evil, but follow everyone who does goodness, because he's from God. Whoever done evil would not see God.
This is the courtyard of the Immaculate Conception Church. When ISIS was here, they used it as a training ground. For example, you can see the courtyard littered with bullets. At the far end, they used it for target practice. Over here is the convent, and they brought thousands of books out of the convent, brought them here into the center of the courtyard, and they burned them. All that's left is this pile of ashes.
This is what we honor, and it has turned into ashes. Those are our books.
ISIS used the church courtyard to train killers.
You see this, they were training the target practice. All this, it was the target practice, if you can see, especially this area. And pray. Imagine how many people they have trained to kill.
On the street, we witnessed devastation, some of it caused by coalition airstrikes targeting ISIS.
What you see here, those were houses. The matter of fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses, and that has been destroyed. Behind have been destroyed. Those houses belongs to families who worked so hard.
This family lost their home, money, and 3-year-old daughter, who ISIS stole from her mother's lap.
We lost everything. Their house has been put down. She lost her daughter. I mean, she said, what? Everything we own, we lost it. These roads used to be so busy, people very active. You know, these are all markets. Yeah. And, you know, you see, it's empty.
Throughout the town, ISIS left behind writing on the wall. ISIS left graffiti all over Karakosh. This one says that ISIS will crush or squish all the unbelievers. And this one says that the Islamic State will expand with Allah's permission. This wall said, we destroyed your crosses. We beheaded you, you infidels. Yeah. Throughout the city, ISIS destroyed or burned Christian houses of worship. They especially damaged or destroyed crosses. They even pillaged Christian graves. ISIS not only destroyed the homes of the living, they also desecrated the final resting place of the dead. Here, they destroyed some of these memorial plaques and even opened the graves so they could loot any valuables they could find off the corpses. Sister Diana says the devastation would be overwhelming without faith in God.
They destroyed everything dear to us, but we tell them they could not destroy our will, our faith, our strength. They could destroy material things, but what it lives is the eternal things.
Sister Diana prays the townspeople will return, but says they need assurance.
Number one is the security. If I don't feel secure, you know, I won't be able to stay here. If a father, a mother won't feel secure, they won't send their children to school.
After we liberate Karakosh, we hold the ground.
The town now sits under the control of a Christian-based militia, but Mafouk Sata says they need more help.
People, they need to come back, but they need to feel safe. They need force on the ground. They need, international protection. And that will be good, like a guarantee. That will never happen again.
It's really scary to think that if something really big doesn't happen, ISIS could be successful in trying to destroy this community. It isn't without hope, but people need help here.
People, if they want to rebuild and return to their homes, they're gonna need help. They are broke already, they are homeless already. They are living in a place, it's not their homeland. This is our homeland.
Sister Diana fears too many Christian families may be discouraged and leave the area. She believes the Christians of northern Iraq are its salt and light.
That's what the gospel says, and that's what we try to be. We carry the message of our Lord Jesus Christ, and we are going to be faithful to Him. No matter what they do, they can't defeat God. And the glory of this church and this town is coming back. Sooner or later, God has promised us for a better life. And you know what? We're gonna look for that promise.
In the meantime, Sister Diana asks for prayer that their faith will remain strong as residents of Karakosh trickle back to see their homes, their church, and to worship. Chris Mitchell, CBN News, Karakosh, northern Iraq.